Hello boys and girls, welcome to my channel, I'm For Classic and welcome to BenchART. So for today what I do have in here is Need for Speed Heat. So these guys have been developing this game, the Ghost team, and they have been the developers of Need for Speed since the Rivals. Unfortunately, since they became the Need for Speed developers, I haven't been really a fan of Need for Speed, but I must say that each year that they release a Need for Speed, it seems they are slowly improving and they are making Need for Speed the way that we really want it. And I think Need for Speed it is as close as we can get so far. So I'm testing in here with the GTX 1650 Super. And my recommended settings for this game it is to play with the EI settings. So let's take a look on the requirements. So EA says that for this game you should have a Ryzen 3 1300X, 16 gigs of RAM and something like a GTX 1060. So our GTX 1650 Super, it has a very similar performance to the GTX 1060. So we are pretty much at the recommended and slightly higher on the CPU side. So with the eye settings that I'm actually using in here, what I got was an average of 68 frames per second with a 1% low of 55. And dropping the settings to median, despite it improves the performance, it is still not enough to guarantee a frame rate above 60 frames per second. So whatever if you go with ultra, high or median, you won't be able to have a sustained 60 frames per second. So if you want to lock a VSync or something like that, you will get some drops below 60 frames per second, especially when it rains. Yes, because there is a major difference in performance in this game. You can choose between night and day. Night being the more demanding, day it isn't as much demanding. But one thing is for certain. As soon as it starts raining in this game gets much more demanding, since it triggers screen space reflections in a lot of roads and objects. So the game gets much more demanding when it rains, and especially if you are playing during the night with a lot of cars going on and with police. So, but like I said, the performance it is really good. It is mostly above 60 frames per second, but there are moments here and there where you can expect lower than 60, and those moments are especially when it rains and during nighttime when it rains. Alright, but most of all, even without reaching those 60 frames per second, the game it is very smooth, none of the less. It's just a shame that we are so close of getting it, and yet dropping down the settings doesn't really help that much, because honestly the difference between median, high or ultra are pretty much the same. I barely notice any difference between one of these three settings anyway. So guys, I think that's all that I want to talk about GTX 1650 Super on Need for Speed Heat. Hope you keep enjoying the rest of the video. I will play a track at nighttime too, alright? It's not only daytime. Hope you keep enjoying the rest of it, and I do hope to see you soon in another video / benchmark. Goodbye.
I got a suspect here begging for a shakedown. Let's get him.
Some details on the target would be helpful.
Suspect. I lost the driver. Anybody else see where they went?